Hello everyone, for today's video we will have hypothesis testing. Let's go. Okay, hypothesis testing is a process of gathering evidences to either support or rebut a claim or conjecture known hypothesis. So technically, when doing hypothesis testing, of course, you must have a hypothesis. Hypothesis is your claim about something. Either you say, my grade in mathematics is 90, or you say, my grade in mathematics is less than or equal to 90. Parang gano'n yung hypothesis mo. So, ang hypothesis testing, this is the process wherein you will test whether your hypothesis is correct or not. Okay. Now, we have two types of hypothesis. We have the null hypothesis at saka yung isa, the alternative hypothesis. Let's talk about first the null hypothesis. Null hypothesis is um, given by the notation H sub O, this one, H sub O, where claims that, null hypothesis claim that denotes absence, such as absence of difference, absence of relationship, or equality of a certain value. It usually comes with the symbols equal, greater than equal, or less than equal when written in symbol. So when we talk about null hypothesis, this is where you say walang difference ang average mo sa average ng iba, parang ganun. Walang relationship ang age sa imuhang grado, walang relationship ang imuhang pagkadugay matulog sa imuhang grado, etc. Then we also have the alternative hypothesis. It is the notation for this one is either H sub A or H sub 1. Depende lang siya. Is a claim that denotes presence, such as presence of difference, presence of relationship, or inequality of a certain value. The symbols used for this one is not equal to, less than, or equal na mga symbol. So, kung kanina, yung null hypothesis is absence of something, ang alternative naman is merong presence or there's a presence of something. So, example, yung claim natin sa null hypothesis, sabi natin, there is no difference between my grade and the class average grade in mathematics. For alternative naman, sasabihin mo, there is no difference. Balikan natin ha. Sa null hypothesis, absence of difference. So, walang difference. Sa alternative is merong difference. Sa null hypothesis, meron tayong absence of relationship, meaning walang relationship ang A at saka si B. Sa alternative, merong relationship si A at saka si B. So, bigyan natin ng example. For null hypothesis, say, there is no relationship between mathematics grade and English grade. For alternative, we say there is a relationship between mathematics grade and English grade. All right. Okay. The rejection of H sub O, kapag ni-reject mo sa H sub O, that will lead us to accept H sub A. Kasi na-reject mo sa H sub O, then you will accept H sub A. But there are times na dili ni mo ma-reject si H sub O. Therefore, you will not say, there is, change muna natin ang color. There is no sufficient evidence to reject H sub O. Ito ang parang conclusion mo if you were not able to reject your H sub O. Ayan siya ha. Okay. Kasi hindi ibig sabihin na hindi mo ma-reject sa H sub O, i-accept mo siya. No, no, no. In statistics, that's a big no. Let's proceed to the next one. A hypothesis that uses the symbols less than or greater than is called directional or one-tailed hypothesis, while hypothesis that uses not equal to symbol is called non-directional or two-tailed. Kasi for the one-tailed na hypothesis, you are focusing on a specific direction, left ba siya or right side. But for the not equal to symbol, the two-tailed one, you are not dili wala ka nagmatter kung sa left side ba siya or sa right side na siya. Next. Alright. Sige. Let's have an example. A researcher claims that the overall average score in math is 50, but some teachers are questioning the researcher's claim and the overall average score in math is said to be less than 50. However, some administrators say the score is improved, which is greater than 50. So, what are the hypotheses for this one? We have null hypothesis. The average score in mathematics in entire population is 50. Therefore, we have mu is equal to 50. Ito siya. Now, by the way, in writing hypothesis, pwede siya in words, pwede rin siya in symbols. Another H sub O, pwede siya na the average score in math in the population is is different from 50. In symbols, that is mu is not equal to 50. Pwede rin naman greater than 50. Or pwede rin less than 50. Ayan. Okay. Now, after you test the hypothesis, of course, a decision shall be made as basis for conclusion that is to reject or not reject the null hypothesis. In making a decision, 4 possible results can be made. 2 decisions and 2 wrong decisions. So here are the right decisions. The first one is rejecting a false hypothesis, not rejecting a true null hypothesis. So those are the right direction. The wrong decisions. Wrong decisions, we have rejecting a true null hypothesis, which is dapat dili mo siya i-reject. Not rejecting a false null hypothesis, and that is really wrong. Now, the first one, the rejecting a true null hypothesis, that is a type 1 error, and the second one is the type 2 error. Now, steps in hypothesis testing. First step is state the null hypothesis, that is your H sub O. Second one, choose an alternative hypothesis, that is H sub A. Third, choose the significant level of size alpha and establish the critical region. Fourth, select the appropriate test statistics, compute the value of the said test from the sample data given based on question. Fifth, get the critical region based on the table which is found at the appendices. Identify that the computed value falls on critical region or not. Lastly, make a decision. Right? Decision, either you reject H sub O if the computed statistic value falls in the critical region, and then you conclude the alternative hypothesis. If the computed statistic value does not fall in the critical region, you say you fail to reject H sub O. Okay. So on the next videos, I'll be presenting different, examples on utilizing the steps in hypothesis testing. So be patient with this one, everyone, and that's all for today's video. That is just the introduction, so please follow the next videos. Thank you so much and have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.